We're just doing another one of our little nature walks today. That's where we've got the car parked on the corner there.
I'm not sure if we've ever been on this walk before.
Not this year, but
I think we might have done like years, or maybe 20 years ago or even more.
Aye. So it's bound to have changed a bit then. So I know they've done these pathways a lot more. It was just a normal little daft woodland.
We're not seeing as much wildlife as we did in the spring, like, but it's
oh no. Aye.
Just still be used for the walks, isn't it?
Aye. There's always a lot more to see in the spring. It's always that good time of the year. The walks are going to get a little bit more boring, but we're all trying to get a bit different types of scenery in anyways. But on this road where we've just parked the car, there's a load of times on the neat time when I've been driving up and down, and you have seen deers crossing. You know, so there's deer in this wood.
I think I give up looking for the deer.
I know. We'll keep getting on about them. It's like the elusive green woodpecker.
I wonder if I actually got to see that.
I know. We heard it a few times.
Just laughing at it.
Aye, having a good laugh at where the twat it was.
No, just a little stroll around in there.
Aye.
Keep it fit.
Aye. Keeps your exercise levels up. That's a good thing about it. See that tree coming down in a few years. It shouldn't take much because it's a big old oak tree. Don't know if these are rabbit runs or what. Someone's been digging the bankside a little bit.
There's a hazelnut tree there. They're out new. They're not ready in sight. Like, but the nuts is on, but they still haven't got the full nut in sight.
Aye.
And then on that one actually, it's hard to actually get them these days because the grey squirrels normally get them out.
Aye.
Remember when we're young, we used to pick carrier bags full of them.
Aye.
There's loads of them, but since all the grey squirrels got popular, you hardly get a chance now to pick them.
That's a wood nut tree there, isn't it?
That is, aye. Wait, we call them wood nuts.
Wood nut trees, but
everybody else it's hazel, isn't it?
Aye, hazel.
But like you said, you wait to the riddy and then wait till you see.
But that's a good old mature tree.
I've never actually seen a hazel as
like mature is that the difference, because it's in the woodlands they're normally just small and. But that's been one there. That's been one there. What they could do now with the path.
There's no on these ones anyway. They're not getting enough sun. If you got it on the edge of a field now where they're getting the sun on them all day.
Yeah, aye. You'll get them on the other sides of them. There's a few more younger ones, yeah.
Yeah, well,
aye, we'll get a bit further down the path. I'll turn the camera off and. I'll put the camera back on again. It's just.
We're saying we'd never been in this wood. We had only in this wood about a month ago, but we had coming from a different angle. We'd just never come in this way, and we've ended up in a wood where we have been. See that elder there?
Aye.
You see that fungus on it?
Oh, there's a tiny bit there. There's a
called Juicia. You can actually eat it. I wouldn't fancy it. Like, it doesn't look very appetising, like that.
No, it doesn't.
Appetizing, but
appetising.
Aye. But it's Juicia. You can actually eat it. Maybe if you were starving, you would maybe think about it. Like.
Oh, aye. You'd have to be canny hungry.
There's an old elder tree, that isn't it?
Aye. It must just grow on the dead ones, does it?
I think so, aye.
Like the dead and rotten ones. There's another one there, like I don't know if it's out on that one.
It's still got some living branches.
Yeah, it has, like, aye. Probably why there's nothing on it.
That's the only what turns we have actually been
aye.
in this wood.
But we got on the top of it along the other end and we sort of went around the path, so.
Just flew in low on that. In the hazel, I can't make it in something.
Oh, it's just flew straight across.
I think it was just the great tit, wasn't it?
We'll probably. Oh, there it is.
It's just a great tit or something.
It's a blue tit. It's just through there.
I can't see it.
It's on the. See that branch? Oh, no, it's a grey tit. Aye.
All right. I just flew off.
Aye. I seen the yellow breast now. I thought it was a blue tit, but it turned out to be a grey tit. Like. You can hear a willow wobbler in there.
When I was a kid, for some reason, I used to call them grey tits.
Grey. Aye.
I think it was just when there been a blue tit, and I used to think it was a grey tit.
Aye. I'd done the same.
Until I got a bit harder and realised.
Aye. Great. Aye. Picked some weird names for boars, didn't we?
Remember that old bloke? He used to tell him There was once I
Oh,
was
he lived along the street from me.
Barking bird watching. He used to call the blue tits up.
Jackie Blue
Aye,
Caps.
that was a Jackie Blue Cap.
Because I think in them days, like older people didn't like to mention the word tit. You know, so they had other names for them. It's
like the same as we've got the names for the Dunnock in it. Hedge Sparrow, Dickie Heager.
Aye.
Stalling, we'll call them Stinkers.
Stinkers, aye. We found out why one year. Opened the nest box with one in it, was lifting, it was stinking.
Stinkers.
Because a lot of birds. Oh.
Did you see that?
Aye, that was huge. It was a canny old grey squirrel ran down the back of that tree.
You actually see.
It was massive.
Well, this next month when all the hazelnuts is on the tree, you'll probably see a lot more than when you want to run.
There was some size, like.
Stocking up.
It was on that tree there.
Stocking up on the nuts.
We heard it before, we seen it. It was that loud. There's a few of them fighting, man. There's a few of them in the trees behind it. See if I can see them. I just seen all the branches gone. I seen it jumping from tree to tree.
I can actually see. I can hear them, but I can't see them.
I can't really get a good clear view from here. I might try a bit here. They were in the oak behind it. They must have ran straight down the oak, doing that.
Yeah, we'll have.
I seen about 3 of them running doing that big walk. So it's either it's a nest of young, you know, like in the root feeding and getting wild. They might have chased some birds or something. Getting some food. Because
one of my favourite animals, squirrels like this.
Oh no. You hear a lot of them stories.
Still that birch that
aye.
Destroy a lot of the birds' nests and that now, didn't it?
Right, so that was the path we came up last time. We'll back around this one and see what we can see around here. We've just walked a bit up through there, you can see the trees, but just in the middle here we've come down to...
No, it's actually
I never come across this one before.
Watch the hut will be there. Have a bird watcher sitting in.
Aye. Well, now there's a bit of a nature reserve up here somewhere, but there's a pond here. I can see stuff rippling on the water. I don't know if it's tadpole.
It's like the pond skaters.
Yeah, like water skaters and stuff. But it still gets used, like it's a little bit of a footpath here. But we didn't come around this path earlier on in the year. Bit of a strange place to have a little pond. Doesn't look like anything's ever used it, like. Birds or... Because you would see bits of trails in the water. If something did. Be an awkward place for a moorhen or something anyways, wouldn't it? Because in the middle of a wood, a fox or something would get straight in.
Didn't even know it was it.
Aye. We've had a good bit of rain these last few days, so this would have filled this up. It's probably been dried, but you can see a tree growing in the middle there. But it'd be good for the frogs and the newts, especially this one.
That's probably what it is, more on it.
Aye.
Frog pond.
We'll visit it earlier in the spring next year just to see if we can see any frogs and that before you get all this like chickweed stuff growing on it. Because all the ponds grow like this at this time of the year. But I can see they've been quite good for the frogs and newts. Something different. We've just come a little bit further up here and...
Sweet chestnut in it.
Aye.
Sort of conker, because you can see when they're little they've got the spikes, stop things eating them, and I think they're smooth out then.
Aye.
But well, it's what you used to always get at Christmas, your mother and that, didn't you? You used to
get the roast chestnuts.
You used to have the coal fires, you used to stick them on the top, and
aye.
Or on the bottom you could even roast them, couldn't you?
Aye.
Used to be like a little grill on top of the fire. On the coke fire we used to put them on there, till they popped.
Aye.
And then we're done. Well, till one of them popped.
These ones will have a hard chance of anything growing them, like, because of the grey squirrels, wouldn't they?
But the other one's up there, but if once it's about October when they're really poppy, I might have a look doing that, see if I can get some.
Aye. Because we've actually come across quite a few of them. Like the the sweet chestnut trees in the wood here. They've planted a good selection of trees. You do get a lot of them sweet chestnut ones in
Someone I've probably never had them for years. There was a thing what my mother always bought. Christmas.
You got a load in Chopplewood, didn't you?
There's
quite a few in Chopplewood.
I once got some from Chopplewood, but when they've been like the one, they're not very big, you know what I mean?
Aye. But them ones looked a decent size, aren't they?
But it's like probably late October when they're falling off the trees.
Aye.
We'll just end up all over the path and just picking up. Load of raspberries there. That's what I'm saying, this is the best time of year when you start getting the
fruit.
Raspberries. Wait, it's the raspberries then the blackberries in it?
Aye. Some decent sized ones.
Nice now. Well, got a bit more of a bitter taste I find though.
Aye.
Raspberries, but.
And these are the blackberry ones, aren't they? But you can see they're just not ready yet.
Well, them are normally like September, late October, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still flowering in places. There's going to be a lot. You can just see it up there, red kite.
Alright.
Making a lot of noise, like.
Wait, look, any chicks of theirs will be fledgling new, will they, or will they?
There should be.
I don't even know how long they stay in the nests. I don't know how long they...
They'll be at the nest, like something must have disturbed it down there. Could be a grey squirrel or something down near its nest. Or it's like...
But I mean...
they're saying that,
I mean,
young
in July, could they not still be like really, really big young ones just ready to leave?
They could be, aye. It could have...
If you think that sparrowhawk, them were only left the nest like weeks ago.
3 to 4 weeks ago, aye. It's aye, not even
that.
that.
The last time we were there was only 3 weeks ago or something.
And they still look like they had a good few, like a week, at least a week in the nest, aye.
It started late on, it's possible.
Aye, it could have.
Nest when young ones.
Because we did have a late spring, didn't we? Right. I'm still zoomed in, I'll zoom back out. We've cut the work a little bit short today because all of a sudden it's went
dark, hasn't it?
Dark and that, it might not look like it on the camera, but...
this last week or so it's all we've had is rain, it's been the first day it's been a bit clear.
Aye. You can just feel
like,
it, the wind picked up a little bit.
It's more like autumn in the middle of summer.
Aye. Aye, it should be the middle of summer.
I mean, it's slightly warmer today, but it's still more like autumn.
Aye.
Last few days has been like more winter.
It definitely looks like rain now. Just in the way of that tree there, it's what looks like it has been a missile thrushes. It looks like a missile thrush's nest. It's the type of place where you would get them. Either that or a song thrush.
We've never really come across a missile thrush's nest.
Aye.
Next year, like there's ours, I suppose.
Because the owl's nest that little bit higher than the song thrush, didn't it? And that one is a good 20 foot off the ground.
I mean, next year we've got a lot to get the mizzlies. The finches, we never got really any of the finches.
I never seen none of them this year. Goldfinch, bullfinch, greenfinch, there's the linnets. There's still a lot to come across next year, like. So we've still got plenty to do next spring, and
there's the rain.
It's actually started raining now, so we've been lucky to turn around one we did. Car's just up here. If we were going again like much further down, we probably would have been at the bottom now, and we would have been in the open, so we would have getting wet. Just trying to get as much of this on camera as I can, because I'll be watching all the videos in the winter.
Can I get this one?
Aye.
Although we've got a few winter ones.
Aye, well, we'll get a few in. Aye. Well, there's the gate at the top of the hill there. Oh. we'll call this the end of one of our nature walks. And we'll see if we can get another one in sometime. Got a footpath there leading into a town. So we'll just call this an end for the day.